Hey, what's up guys? Nick Pell coming to you once again with another video game review. I don't actually have a copy of the game this time because for me it was downloadable for Xbox Live Arcade, so that's how I played it. And this week I am talking about The Walking Dead, the game. Now, just last night I finished it, and by finish it I mean I finished episode 5, so I'm going to be talking about all 5 episodes. So if you haven't finished episode 5, don't watch this because you will have things spoiled for you if you plan on playing the game. So you have been warned. It's a very good game. It just came out actually in disc form, which kind of surprised me. I'm not sure how much it is exactly, but you can get a hard copy of it now. You don't have to actually download it from either PSN or Xbox Live or Steam. With the story, it's very heavily influenced by both the Walking Dead comics and the TV show. There is one character that is from the show and the comics that is in the game, just for the first episode, and then he takes off. In terms of story, the main character is Lee Everett. You see him in a police car. That's how the game starts out. You just see Lee in a police car talking with the officer because he committed some sort of crime. And from there, the car crashes, officers killed but turned to a zombie, and that's Lee's first encounter with the zombie apocalypse, because it literally breaks out just as Lee is in this police car going to the station. From there, he meets up with a group of people. This is the main group that you are with for a good chunk of the game. But something that I found really interesting, like just during episode 4, and then even episode 5, is the number of people that you start out with diminishes so much and is replaced by other people. And even during the very end of the game, you don't have your original group. And that's a really interesting thing to me. It's like everyone who you know got killed in some way, shape, or form, or took off. And I don't know, it's just it's interesting to see that with games like where all the players that you have dealt with throughout the game, they're all gone in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, the story, very intense, goes through 5 different episodes. Each one is about 1 to 3 hours long, depending on the episode, and depending on how long it takes you to finish each episode. But yeah, they all follow a very consistent story. It's a very well told story and very intense. But Lee's main objective in the story is to basically protect this girl that he finds, named Clementine, and they basically develop a father-daughter relationship, and it's very cool to see that because the various choices that you have to make they show like how Clementine views you, if she can trust you or not, and your relationship with her, more or less. So, and I just thought it worked really well. So yeah, I'll talk about the very ending in the enjoyment section. But with the graphics, they're very comic booky, which some people like, some people did not like. But I enjoyed them. They were fine. They worked very well for the game. They gave kind of a comic feel, but also they kept it very realistic. But yeah, the graphics are great. The environments look really good, especially when you're in a city. It looks really amazing. The cutscenes are really well done. They keep the same comic book format, but they're still really well done. And so yeah, that's the graphics. With the gameplay, it emphasizes a choice-based system for a lot of it, and then also just walking around and clicking on random things to figure out what you have to do next. And there's a lot of split-second things that you have to do where you have to hit a button repeatedly to get out of the zombie's grip, or you just have to take out a number of zombies by moving the cursor and causing yourself to kill a zombie. And that works really well. In terms of the choices, it seemed like, well, the story is linear. It's not gonna really differentiate that much based on what you do. It's got its own structure, and it can't go in vastly different directions depending on what you do. So in that aspect, the choices don't really matter that much. But in terms of how your companions view you, it matters significantly. And in terms of if they are loyal to you or not, it matters a lot. And also, in the very last confrontation, you see a number of the choices that you made, even in the first episode, they are immensely significant. And I only played through it once, one way, and so I really want to go back, make different decisions, and see if they affect the end result of the game. But know that your choices do ultimately matter, at least some of the big ones that you have to make, and in terms of if you save certain characters or not. So yeah, with gameplay, that's about it. It's very well done. I enjoyed it immensely, and yeah, I felt that it worked pretty well for the most part. There were a few tricky parts, which annoyed me, but you just figure out how to do it and get past it. And one thing that I did like a lot, at the very end of each episode, it shows a little statistic thing, and it'll show you like how you made decisions compared to everyone else who's played the game. And I just found that really interesting to compare, because sometimes I made the unpopular choice, and because I thought that's a smart thing to do, but then I see other people didn't do that, so it made me kind of question, like, oh, did I do the right thing or not? Moving on to enjoyment, I really did like this game a whole lot. I purchased it like within a day of it going up each time it went up, and it had me hooked immensely. This is easily one of my favorite games probably that I've ever played, and I really hope that they make like a second one. They called this one season 1, so I'm assuming that they'll have a second one because they have a major cliffhanger. And with the ending, obviously Lee gets bitten. You have the choice to amputate his arm or not. I amputated his arm, but I saw nobody else who amputated it. Which, I don't know, I thought if I had a chance to save him, I might as well take it. But that very ending scene with him and Clementine, it's very emotional. It's very cool to see like they do have a end result. They do have their goodbyes, and it's a very sad thing to see. And yeah, I don't know. I just really enjoyed it a lot. The immense amount of characters really make the game worthwhile. The different reactions people have to situations, the fluidity that these characters have with each other, just like their reactions to one another and to different situations is really interesting to see. And it's really cool how the designers were able to do this and make this so successful and really very cool. If you haven't bought the episodes, pick up the hard copy or just download it online. Each episode is about $5, and then I don't know how much the game is, like I said. But yeah, that's my review of it. I recommend you get it if you like The Walking Dead at all, if you like zombies, choice-based games, and anything like that. So yeah, that's my review. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. I would appreciate it immensely. If you want me to talk about anything else that I did not mention here, leave it in the comments down below, and I will address it as I can. As always, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, my good people, keep on gaming. Save me from